Hey everyone, hopefully I can make this video very brief and very quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. It's not a video that I would normally share with my audience or my subscribers. My videos are really about how we can use technology to learn and teach better. But I did make a couple videos on this topic, and it's more geared towards fellow YouTube creators or anybody who's been watching the situation on YouTube related to something called invalid traffic. The quickest and briefest of recaps, you can check out my other videos that go into more detail, but effectively what's been happening is YouTube has a flag on your account, says that some of the videos that or some of the ads that have been running on your channel are invalid due to invalid traffic. They then limit advertising on your channel and you see a huge revenue drop, which isn't very motivating. But in my case, it happened mid-August, and just this past week, it's rebounded. And that's about 60 days to the day. This is very normal in the world of Google. If you make changes to a website or a blog or all those types of things, it usually takes 30 to 90 days to sort of become picked up by the search engines and to percolate and those changes actually occur. So even though I received the notification on August 18th or so, I went in, I looked at various videos, I tried to clean it all up. I knew that it was going to affect me for at least 30 to 90 days, in my case, 60 days. And what I mean by that is that I'm now back to where I was before, but of course I'm sitting here waiting for the other shoe to drop and to receive the notification again. Once bitten, twice shy. However, I wanted to make this video because I think I've discovered something that's very important for fellow YouTube creators to be aware of, because it's not really well known. And I just want to make sure you know this. So first of all, we need to understand that YouTube does not run ads on videos. Now, you might say, well, I've seen ads on videos. No, it's not YouTube that's running the ads. It's Google, who owns YouTube, but they're running ads through a service called AdSense. Now, the AdSense account, you can get one if you want to advertise, and you can get one if you want to allow advertisement on your channel. Now, the problem that we have is that it's a very automated process, so there's not like a television station. If you want to run an ad on a television station, you have to submit your ad, it gets reviewed by a human, the human approves your ad, and your ad is scheduled to run. That does not occur with AdSense. With AdSense, all you do is say, I want to sign up, you get approved, and then you're able to monetize your websites, you're able to monetize your YouTube channel, whatever areas where you can run the code to run ads. Okay, that's a brief breakdown, but why is this important? Because AdSense relies on content that people are watching, and then it relies on advertisers that want to advertise to the people watching the content. It's a virtuous circle. YouTube is very generous in terms of the revenue split that they give you. It's a 55-45 split. The world is wonderful. You can build up your channel, you can make money, they can make money, and the world is great. Except when the world's not great. And the world is not great when you have people that run ads that are garbage ads. And those ads are often things like cryptocurrency scams, things like make money fast scams. And this is what I discovered. I thought to myself, with this invalid traffic, I'm not going to focus on the YouTube end, although I did. I'm going to focus on the AdSense. What type of ads are being run on my channel? What type of traffic is then being generated to try to make those ads run? So I went into my AdSense account. Let's take a look at that. Now I'm going to have to blur out some of this because one, it's embarrassing, and two, you don't need to see everything. But what I want to show you here is that underneath the Google AdSense, there's an AdSense for YouTube section. And when you go into AdSense for YouTube, you'll have your earnings here, you can see reports and such, but you get this huge section here called Block Unwanted Ads. And if you go into the blocking controls, this was a shock to me, because you can block specific advertisers, you can block sensitive categories or even general categories. And what is enabled by default was absolutely shocking. So I didn't have any specific advertisers that I wanted to block from my channel, but I did want to see what was happening with these sensitive categories. When I went into the sensitive categories, there are things like cosmetic procedures and body modification. In my case, I've decided to block the cosmetic because my audience is not interested in cosmetic procedures. Well, maybe a few of you are, but the vast majority of my audience is not really interested in that. Things like astrology and esoteric stuff, dating, it doesn't matter. Maybe some of you need some dates, downloadable utilities. So as I went through, there were things like, well, even drugs and supplements, right? So that maybe I'm okay with because I allowed it, but get-rich-quick schemes by default are allowed to be advertised on your channel. Things like politics are allowed to be advertised on your channels. Things like, maybe I'll block that. References to sex, if I want to block that on my channel. Religious. So I've gone through, and if you have a look at this, you may say, oh, you should or shouldn't block. That's up to you, what you want to block and not block. The ones that really got me were the things like the get-rich-quick schemes. So I wanted to make sure those were absolutely blocked. And also, I'm not a huge fan of the social casino games. I just find that some of those ads can be a little bit, for lack of a better term, questionable. And this is especially important. I guess maybe the big category here is the get rich quick, which is enabled by default. We can have a big discussion on this, and I'm not going to, but there's no such thing as getting rich quick. You have to work for what you have, in my opinion, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, the point is, if you're an advertiser and you think you can get rich quick and you want to tell my audience that they can get rich quick, you can go elsewhere, because I am blocking your ads, and I'm blocking them because I don't want AI scammers. I don't want a lot of that invalid traffic hitting my channel through the AdSense account. So go and check this. If you're a YouTuber, if you have the invalid traffic bug, if you're concerned that it might affect you in the future, this is at least one area that is a little more hidden, that people aren't focusing on, where you can go in and you can block ad categories. I can even go in if I want to. Besides sensitive categories, I can go general categories I can block. So there's a lot of different general categories I can block in here as well. Now I'm tailoring my ads. Maybe I'm not going to get as much of some of the high RPM or high revenue ads out there, but you know what? Maybe my ads will be more geared towards my audience, so at least they're a little bit more meaningful. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Comment down below if this was a shock to you, if you knew all about this, if you're suffering from invalid traffic, if you've gotten that notification. Try to clean things up. It took about 60 days before mine bounced back. I'm just waiting for it to happen again, to be blunt. Again, once bitten, twice shy. I'm very nervous about my YouTube AdSense revenue. And everybody says, well, you're on rented land and make sure you have other revenue streams. I just want to make videos that help people use technology to learn and teach better. And I would kind of like to make some money off that as well, so that the time and the effort I put into it, as they say on the front page, your content takes time and we value it. Okay, thank you for valuing my content. Please run good ads on my content, and please pay me a portion of that. You can keep a portion, I'll keep a portion, we'll all win. Anyways, hope you liked the video. For regular viewers, there was a rant. For those of you with invalid traffic, you know what I'm talking about. And hopefully, we'll see you in happier videos where we use technology to learn and teach. Take care and have a good one.